Welcome back to the sunshine of the Czech Republic this afternoon here at the Brno Autodrome. We are here with round two of the Ferrari Challenge for season 2013, and it is race 2 for the TropheoPirelli category of the Ferrari Challenge series. There we can see the 2013 calendar having undertaken round 1 at Monza. It's round 2 at Brno, still to come Le Mans, Portimao, Hockenheim, Imola, and the world final weekend in Mugello. A packed and enjoyable season of Ferrari Challenge racing. That's where we are then. CorsaClienti.ferrari.com is the website for you to find out even more about the Ferrari Challenge series. Cars are beginning to line up on grid, ready for their formation lap around this 5.4 kilometer Brno circuit. There you can see the sectors and the start and finish line depicted there just at the bottom of that track graphic for you. So we can see just some of those cars as they wind their way around this uphill and down dale circuit that is the Brno circuit here in the Czech Republic. And it's going to be a real fight at the front between Dario Carzo on pole position. He's taken 2 poles out of 2 for this race weekend. And alongside him is Daniel Mancinelli, the man that beat him to the top step of the podium in race 1 yesterday. So those two are on the front row with Giacomo Strata and Philippe Baron on the next row behind. Air temperature here 23 degrees, track temperature 30 degrees, and unbroken sunshine with not one cloud in the sky to hamper the proceedings as we look at our pole sitting driver, the ebullient, I think it's fair to say, Dario Carzo. Great, great character. Didn't speak many words of English, it has to be said, but his gestures do all the talking for him. So there is Dario, big bike fan as well as a racing driver. And Dario will lead them off from pole position. Then alongside Dario Carzo then is yesterday's TropheoPirelli race victor, Daniel Mancinelli, the young man that drives car number 23 with lots of single-seater racing experience behind him. Formula Renault champion back in 2008. There he is. He's raced in F3, Italian F3 as well. And he's in the Ferrari Challenge right now and sitting in the cockpit of his 458. There he is, the Motor Piacenza driver, Daniel Mancinelli. Will he be able to make it 2 wins out of 2 this weekend? Only time will tell. There's Giacomo Strata then, who is on grid position 3. Forza Jacques. All focused, ready to go racing, and alongside Giacomo Strata is Philippe Baron. Interestingly, there is Philippe Baron, and both Philippe Baron and Giacomo Strata have had TV commentary duties over the course of this weekend as well. It's something else they share, let alone both of them being on the second row of the grid. So Philippe Baron then taking on some fluid. It's going to be hot in those cockpits for the duration of this race, that's for sure. All the media attention down there and the pit crews down there as well. The buzzers will go in due course to alert everyone to leave the grid, and we will get the formation underway. So just some of the images then merging together. And Max Bianchi there blowing us some kisses. How delightful. So the Hublot safety car it is then that sits right in front of the assembled pack, ready to do battle on this circuit. And there is Alex Martin in the Dextra Lighting black and chrome effect Ferrari 458. We get the thumbs up from Alexander Martin. And P6 for him on the grid. And he will be hoping for good things. And then there is D'Amato. Right at the back of the pack, Daniel D'Amato. So the race duration then, 30 minutes. There goes the buzzers to warn the crews and assembled media on the grid to move away. Dario Carzo, Mancinelli, row 1. Strata, Baron, row 2 of the grid for this race 2 of the weekend. As we scroll through the grid lineup then, on the next row, we will see Raphael Giannoni and Alex Martin alongside, with Benedetto Marti, P7, and Sergei Chukhanov, P8 on the grid. Then it's the local boy, the Scuderia Prague racing driver Robert Pergel, P9, then Vetsoni, P10, Tamrazov is P11, and Oscar Hernandez is P12, with Daniel D'Amato then right at the back. D'Amato, of course, parked his car in the gravel early in Quali 2, and therefore will be looking for a great start. Team Ukraine are an ever-present in the Ferrari Challenge and many other racing series as well, and good to see Alexei Tamrazov there. Thumbs up from Alexei then, from P11 on the grid. And there is Sergei Chukhanov. Looking, that's actually not Giacomo Strata, I can assure you, that is Sergei Chukhanov. And that's the look from the onboard camera atop Dario Carzo's racing car. And you can see the clock there on the gantry tells us 3 minutes and 22 seconds before the start of this race. Alex Martin on board as well, rearward facing. So we're looking at Sergei Chukhanov. And wearing the helmet camera is the Scuderia Prague driver Robert Pergel, who did really well in the race yesterday in terms of finishing in P4 and also avoiding a huge collision as well. Now, talking of that race yesterday, let's take a look at the highlights of it. So then the highlights depicting what an extraordinary race, for good reasons and for bad, race 1 was, and race 2 about to get underway as part of round 2 of the Ferrari Challenge for 2013. They're the Hublot safety car, which will roar off in just a moment, and the cars will be away on their formation lap. Can just see on the gantry we have but 5 or 6 seconds to wait, and well, preempting my countdown, the Hublot safety car roars away, and then 2. The cars off the grid on their formation lap. Interesting, as my colleague Nico pointed out just a couple of moments ago, that Giacomo Strata P3 and Rafael Giannoni P5, those two have got a bit of history in previous racing counters, so just be keeping an eye on that. Facebook.com, corsaclienti.ferrari.com. There you go. That's where you can find out more about this Ferrari Challenge Series. We were momentarily on the helmet camera of Robert Purgel as we go onto the safety car now. You can just see the power plant beneath that camera. So there is Giannoni just going through, but there is our pole sitter, Dario Carzo. Interesting talking to Philippe Baron earlier, who's starting on P4, how important it is to this weaving to get some temperature into the tyres, and also to be heavy and hard on the brakes, to get the brakes up to temperature as well. Absolutely crucial, so that in the first turn, which is a right-hander which comes up very, very quickly after the start-finish, they can get on the brakes and try and go for an overtaking manoeuvre, knowing that the brakes are already up to a reasonable temperature, which will enable them to do that. So back on the helmet camera of Robert Purgel then, watching him at work then, seesawing at the steering wheel, taking a little bit of the curb. Of course, this is only formation, the warm-up lap. There's Giacomo Strata, Philippe Baron, Giannoni, Alex Martin, as the rest of the cars come through in the pack. So moments from now, the marshal in the Hublot safety car will stick his arm out the window, very scientific, and just gesticulate to the drivers behind to line up into grid fashion. And they will do that. The Hublot safety car will disappear into the pit lane, and it will be down to the front row of Carzo and Mancinelli to pace the start of the race. If the race steward is happy with the grid formation, then the lights will go green and we will be away and racing. So next visit for the Ferrari Challenge is as a support to the famous Le Mans 24-hour race. Be a whole lot of Ferrari 458s on the grid. There is the hand gesture out of the safety car, right on cue, to tell the guys to line up in grid fashion. And the safety car now, once it's happy, will give it a footful of throttle and disappear up the road. Peel off into the pit lane, and we'll be away and racing. So there, the safety car disappears. Here come the lights, the top left hand of your screen. It's going to be Dario Carzo, and we go green, and Philippe Baron is trying to dive through the middle of them all. Look at this between Dario Carzo and Mancinelli, as Philippe Baron and Giacomo Strata going for a look as well now. So Mancinelli gets relegated 2 places at the start. He won't be happy with that. But a brilliant start from Dario Carzo, and an even better one from Philippe Baron and Giacomo Strata. So Dario Carzo leads. Philippe Baron will try in the early stages of this race to get past him. Robert Purgel there in car number 11. Carzo, Baron, then it's Strata and Mancinelli going for a look up the inside of Strata. Ain't going to be able to make it pay there. Philippe Baron really is on Carzo. Alex Martin under some pressure from Sergei Chikhanov. There's Mancinelli, takes a look up the inside of Giacomo Strata. There's contact. There is contact. Thankfully, neither of them go off. So the moment, and here comes Giannoni to join in the party at the front then. So Carzo, Baron. And Giacomo Strata then at the front of this pack, the rest of the pack to be fair. whilst Dario Carzo and Philippe Barron are beginning to get away, and this not playing into the hands of Daniel Mancinelli at all, because the further those leading cars get away, the less of an opportunity he has to get on terms with them. Alex Martin going for a move there, I thought, on Giannoni. Around the outside goes Chukhanov. Giannoni under pressure now. Alex Martin loses out there, and he goes off onto the gravel. Thankfully holds it all together, but he has lost a couple of places over that, because Robert Purgle's in front of him, and Giacomo Strata and Daniel Mancinelli battling hard here. Mancinelli has got to try and get past. So he's doing everything he can. There was contact from them on the opening lap. Again, Mancinelli trying the long way around the outside. He's not going to be able to make that work. Can he undercut now, though? Because he's perfectly poised for this left-hander, but no, not close enough to be able to do anything. So that was how Alex Martin got ran out of road there by the local driver, Robert Purgle. And that was Mancinelli taking a look at Giacomo Strata earlier, and that was where the contact was. Discretion, the better part of valour there for Daniel Mancinelli, who clearly lifted off. So on board with Alex Martin as they're queuing up behind him in this replay shot. And that's Robert Purgle out. Robert Purgle, the local driver then from the Scuderia Prague team, is out. And that's a great, great shame. A spin there. And Purgle is out. So Giacomo Strata is still ahead of Daniel Mancinelli. Safety car is on standby. That will be presumably for where the Robert Purgle car is situated. I just wonder, didn't see it on screen, so I am only surmising this, but Purgle did run Alex Martin out wide. I wonder if Alex was just having a little bit of payback there. I don't know. It is only supposition on my part. Philippe Barron sets the fastest lap at 2:08.284, and the safety car is coming out. Well, yesterday's race punctuated by a safety car. Going to get one again now. So that was Raffaele Giannoni with the sideways Sergei Chukhanov there as he piled on the opposite lock to try and control that slide. Dario Carzo leads from Philippe Barron. Then it's Giacomo Strata and Daniel Mancinelli, then Sergei Chukhanov. So that was Mancinelli having a look. Now, that's what I'm basing my supposition on. We see Purgle go out onto the gravel, and then we see Alex coming through on shot as well. So I wonder if there was contact between them two. Maybe, maybe not. So lights on and the safety car is out. That to recover the stricken Robert Purgle car. Meantime, Dario Carzo up front. Has to be said, Dario Carzo during last season was always entertaining to watch, not necessarily always for the right reasons, but this season has really got the bit between his teeth. And performing supremely well is Dario. Took a win last season, of course, at Silverstone by some incredible margin of thousandths of seconds, but a win is a win. Carzo, then Philippe Barron, then Strata, then Mancinelli, the 1, 2, 3, 4, and there are all the cars coming through. Lights still on the safety car, not coming in at the moment. So we look at the team on the pit perch there. That the CDP team that look after Dario Carzo who's leading this. So the safety car, of course, as we're on board with Robert Purgle. Let's see what happens here. Well, I have to say, there looked like there was a bit of an impact there. I'd like to see that again, actually, because from his helmet camera, we're just kind of waiting for some impact, and there was. As we go away and racing again now, of course, the safety car playing into the hands of Mancinelli and co, including Philippe Barron and Giacomo Strada, and Mancinelli goes for a move, and he's round. Mancinelli went for an ambitious move on Giacomo Strada, and he's been spun around. Is anyone going to collect him? No, they all avoid. But it's going from bad to worse for Daniel Mancinelli. The hero yesterday, the zero today. He was up the inside. I mean, he was really on the grass there. And around he goes, and then to be stricken right across the track. Very, very lucky not to be collected by someone. So now it's Carzo, Barron, and Strata. So there is Giacomo Strata with damage down the side of his car, but that's not seeming to affect the handling or performance of the car at all. Now Alex Martin is going backwards here. I wonder if he's got a problem with the car following what we think is the contact between himself and Robert Purgle. He's falling down the order now, and whilst trying to defend is clearly within the clutches of other drivers back there. Meantime, Dario Carzo, contact between car number 9 and number 11 is under investigation. So I rather suspect that I regret my supposition might be correct. So we said it before the start, keep an eye on Daniel D'Amato, 13th on the grid, he's now in 6th, and he is really pressuring Chukhanov. As Raphael Giannoni there is the familiar blue and yellow colours of Sergei Chukhanov. Then it's Raphael Giannoni, and then it is Daniel D'Amato. And it is the battle for 4th between Chukhanov, Giannoni and D'Amato that we're watching on, we were watching on screen. We go back to the front of the pack now, but here comes that battle as D'Amato just took a sneaky look at the inside of Giannoni, not able to do anything about it. At the moment, Chukhanov seemingly able to control this. Also now cars number 21 and 23 under investigation. That's Strata and Mancinelli for the incident where we saw Mancinelli spinning. Now Mancinelli, when we saw it, it would appear that he was on the grass. Now, whether he'd been squeezed out there by Giacomo Strata or not is another matter, and that's one for the stewards to decide, and thankfully, that's not our job. So D'Amato then all over the back of Giannoni trying to find a way past, and that was the replay of the start, and there is some movement there, isn't there? Before the lights turned green, so I wonder if that's going to be looked at too. Meantime, here is where we're at the moment with Dario Carzo, Philippe Barron, then it's Giacomo Strata, then we see the blue and yellow colours of Sergei Chukhanov, then it's Raphael Giannoni and Daniel D'Amato. Of them all, I would say D'Amato is looking the most racy. In all honesty. really close now. Whether he's close enough to have a dive up the inside before the... Oh, not close enough. Very little between the lap times of D'Amato and Giannoni, but undoubtedly D'Amato is the one that is on a charge and flashing his lights furiously. Is he going to be able to dive up the inside this time? No, again, still not close enough to be able to do so. So Carzo is up the road with some 9/10 over Philippe Baron as we watch the battle playing out here for 4th place. Well, it's actually for 5th place now because Chukhanov has got up the road a little bit and left these two to battle on their own. And Giannoni, you can't help but feel he is the one that's under real pressure now from Daniel D'Amato. There's the lap times, very, very close. Giannoni really having to defend hard from the clutches and the attentions of Daniel D'Amato. There he is in the all-red number 5 car. There's Sergei Chukhanov. They're on his own now in P4 as once again D'Amato just takes a look. He's doing everything he can to unsettle Raphael Giannoni in front of him. So the fastest lap came from Philippe Baron on lap 2, a 2:08.284. Not a million miles off that lap time at the moment, with Carzo lapping last lap round at a 2:08.365. As we see Giacomo Strata there, who's in the P3 position at the moment and isn't going to be troubled by anyone in the foreseeable. Also driving an absolute Brahma of a race is Dario Carzo, as we go on board with him now and see what it's like for a high-speed lap around the circuit. Dario takes one of his trademark uncharacteristic lines as he takes the curb, the runoff area and a bit more besides. And still Daniel D'Amato is push on Raphael Giannoni, and he's right alongside him now. This time he's going to go through. Daniel D'Amato has done enough. Well, after lap of pressure, as Giannoni tries to fight back, but that was a great move from Daniel D'Amato. He'd got it lined up a long time before that corner, knew when he was going to do it, and executed it to perfection. Here it is again. Absolutely sliced through. Credit to Raphael Giannoni, gave him plenty of room to be able to do that. Didn't close him down, didn't shut the door, as some drivers might have done. So we reach the halfway stage in this race with just 15 minutes left to run. There is our race leader, Dario Carzo. There's P2, Philippe Baron. P3, Giacomo Strata. P4 is Sergei Chukhanov, and now P5 is Daniel D'Amato. And already he's built 6/10 over Raphael Giannoni, so clearly D'Amato has got the pace in the car. So with that battle done and dusted, the rest, well, everyone is spaced a bit. There are not any huge battles that are going on track, which is unusual for TropheoPirelli. However, presumably, Philippe Baron, who's got a 1.8 deficit to Dario Carzo, who's leading and needs to push, will start pushing now, knowing that he's got merely 13.5 minutes left in this race. So Alex Martin now battling to hold on to that P8 position from Alessandro Vezzoni, and the hard-charging Daniel Mancinelli, who's coming back at you following that spin earlier. And there is Mancinelli up the inside of Vezzoni there. without a problem at all. Next on his target list as he tries to move back up the order is Alex Martin. We're on board with Alex, or we were, just a moment or two previously. And that was Mancinelli doing it. Philippe Baron then in P2 in the Octane 126 Swiss team, car number 91. So Carzo leads from Baron, from Strata, from Chukhanov, from D'Amato. Dario Carzo has got a nice, comfortable 1.4 seconds over Philippe Baron. Certainly can't afford to be making any mistakes, can Dario, but equally so, he's not under immense pressure from Philippe Baron being all over the back of him at the moment. Mind you, 12 minutes left to run, an opportunity for Baron to get on terms, although last lap around, as we see a replay once again, last lap around, Carzo quicker than Baron, up front. And that was a move there that clearly, I think that's Benedetti, Marti, and so Mancinelli now focuses his attention on getting past Alex Martin. Both Mancinelli and Martin race in the Coppa Giovanni trophy for the young drivers as well. At the moment, the highest placed Coppa Giovanni driver is our P2 driver, Philippe Baron. So there is Raphael Giannoni and Benedetto Marti behind. 11 minutes remaining in this TropheoPirelli race. So keeping an eye on the lap times of Chukhanov and D'Amato, and the battle for fourth is set to heat up if, of course, D'Amato has got any life left in his tyres. So that was the replay there of there. Now I think Mancinelli was on the grass there. Whether Giacomo was adjudged to have squeezed him still further. Whoa, came so very, very close to taking one or two other cars out as well. So there are top two, Dario Carzo, Philippe Baron, the 1 and 2. Last lap around at 209.414 for Dario Carzo, slightly quicker for Philippe Baron at 208.845. But he's going to have to work very, very hard over the closing stages of this race. We're certainly not there yet. Still 10 minutes left to run as Daniel Mancinelli tries to wrestle away that 8th place from Alex Martin in the black and chrome Dextra car. There is Daniel Mancinelli, we can see from being on board Alex Martin's car. So there, the contact on the front end of Alex Martin's car, which might be adjudged to be responsible for Robert Purgle's demise. Stewards will decide that. We certainly can't. We didn't see it. Just saw the aftermath of the incident. So Daniel Mancinelli flashing his lights now as if that's going to move Alex out of the way, because it won't. Mancinelli and Alex Martin at virtually identical lap time last time around. Who was racing at Brands Hatch just last weekend in another GT series. As Mancinelli now goes through. Door was left for him and he didn't need inviting twice, so through he goes. And the Elite Extra car goes back a further place. Although Alex fights back now. But I think he'll find Mancinelli a hard one to get past. There was Mancinelli and just dove out of the slipstream and had the momentum to dive up the inside and keep it lit. Oh, and Alex goes around keep traction on to get out of that gravel. So don't know how that happened. That looks like that was just a spin, carrying too much speed. Yep. No other contact there. Slippery part of the circuit, just not able to control that. Everything under control though at the front for Dario Carzo. Philippe Barron is marginally quicker, and the gap is coming down. Whether it's coming down enough, I don't know. So there is our race leader, Dario Carzo. And hot on his heels is the Octane 126 driver. Here comes the live gap for you between Carzo and Barron. So 1.064. It is coming down. Has Philippe protected his tyres enough to be able to mount a charge on Dario Carzo? Dario has driven well. Fastest lap came from Philippe Barron. A 2:08.284, but it was on lap 2, a lot earlier on in the race. Lap time's different now as the tyre degradation takes their toll. We ride on board with Dario Carzo, our race-leading car. Great to hear that power plant gearbox at work there. Here goes down through the gearbox. Plenty of the rumble strips on the curb that he takes, and on the exit as well. Lines the car up for the left-hander. Brakes halfway through it almost. And there he is at work here at the Brno circuit in the Czech Republic with Philippe Barron. Well, just pushing as hard as he can, but Dario Carzo's driving faultlessly at the moment. Giacomo Strata all out on his own in P3. And we have just on 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes of this race still to run. There's Giacomo Strata then, the Forza service driver, P3. There is Sergei Chukhinov in P4, the Team Ukraine driver. The familiar blue and yellow colours of Team Ukraine. Gap between Strata and Chukhinov then just under 3 seconds, 2.896. Hear the brakes squealing under protest as they're depressed. So it'll be interesting to see next time around whether Philippe Barron has been able to take any more out of Dario Carzo. The gap was down to just a second. But Philippe is running out of time to mount a charge. Just 4.5 minutes left to run. There is Philippe Barron, the man that we're talking about. There is our race leader, Dario Carzo. It is the battle for first position, although it's not a huge battle at the moment because Dario Carzo seems to have it all completely under control and is pacing well and lapping well, not making any mistakes, being smooth, well, as smooth as Dario can be. 1.009 it was last time around, 1.119 this time. There is Dario. And they're running for the new Octane 126 Swiss team. Philippe Barron said in commentary earlier, all his focus is on Le Mans, which is when we go to Le Mans as a support race to the 24 hours. Be a huge grid of Ferraris, that's for sure. Raphael Giannoni there, and Benedetto Marti 6th and 7th place. So there the last lap around. 2:11.221 for Giannoni, 2:11.034 for Benedetto Marti, marginally quicker. Carzo, Baron, Strata, Chukhanov, D'Amato, then it's Giannoni and Marti. The battle that we're watching on screen now. Just on 2.5 minutes left. Let's get a live gap then between them. As Marti steps up the pressure once again. 3/10 now. So this the closest battle on the circuit at the moment. And it is down the order a bit. It is for P6. Daniel D'Amato, P5. Sergei Chukhanov is P4. So Benedetto Marti then in the all-red machine. And he's not got far behind him is Mancinelli. Just beginning to see Mancinelli come into shot there. Don't think with the time left on the clock, Mancinelli is going to have an opportunity to get there somehow. Carzo, interestingly, last time around opened up the gap to Philippe Baron to 1.4. So there is Dario Carzo doing a great job out front. And it will be a podium celebration that he will enjoy if he is able to hold on and take this win. Philippe Baron clearly just hasn't got the ability to get on terms. Suspect this might be the last lap with just a minute and a few seconds on the clock. It is indeed the final lap. There's Giacomo Strata, who is in P3. Bear in mind that Strata is under investigation at the end of the race for earlier contact. Whether he will be penalised for that, whether that will change the podium position and elevate Chukhanov into what I think would be his first podium in the Ferrari Challenge. No, beg your pardon, Chukhanov, of course, was on the podium in Monza, taking P3. Chukhanov started in 8th place, including a success penalty of 2 positions, up to 4th. A good race from the Ukrainian team. Doing a great job in engineering Sergei Chukhanov out there. But it is the CDP team that engineer this man, Dario Carzo, the 51-year-old Italian, having the time of his life out there in the lead. As Giannoni and Benedetto Marti, and my goodness me, Mancinelli came from nowhere to get past Benedetto Marti. I didn't think he'd have the time to be able to get on terms with him, but he certainly did. Philippe Baron is certainly not going to be able to get on terms with this man, Dario Carzo, who, all bar some mechanical disaster or a mistake on track, the like of which we have not seen before from Dario Carzo, he should be able to take this win. Philippe Baron is now some 2 seconds behind the order and behind the leader, this man, Dario Carzo. And the CDP team will erupt on the pit perch with delight as Dario Carzo wins it. Erupt is hanging off the fence as Dario Carzo takes the win. Philippe Baron takes 2nd place, Giacomo Strata 3rd, Sergei Chukhanov 4th, Daniel D'Amato takes 5th. Then there'll be a bit of a gap back before we see the team. There goes Giannoni, Mancinelli and Benedetto Marti. Here comes Vetsoni, Alexei Tamrazov. We lost Robert Purgel earlier. Alex Martin does finish, and will finish in P11. There is Dario enjoying the spoils of success. He is one of the challenge's amazing characters. As he goes round in celebration, I can't help thinking it's just as likely now to bin it in the gravel. There's no telling with Dario Carso quite what could happen on the slowdown lap. That would be somewhat typical of Dario's character. Absolutely great guy. There's Sergei Chukhanov, but there is our race winner, Dario Carso. Philippe Baron taking second place, and Giacomo Strata in P3. So there is Strata with his battle-worn machine. Lovely to see all the marshals out saluting the drivers as they come around. And here is the confirmation then of the classification. Carso wins from Baron, Strata in third. Then it's Chukhanov, Daniele D'Amato, Rafael Giannoni, Danny Mancinelli, Benedetto Marti, Alessandro Vezzoni, and Alexei Tamrazov then. Team Ukraine getting P4 and P10. Then it's Alex Martin, Oscar Hernandez, and Robert Pergel not classified. CorsaClienti.ferrari.com is the website for all the information on the Ferrari Challenge, where you can find out everything that you need to know. And there is Daniele D'Amato. Quite know what that's all about. Right, let's take a look at the highlights of that TropheoPirelli race here at the Brno circuit. So the podium graphics indicate where we will be going next, and we await the drivers to head up towards the podium. There is Dario Carso. Our race winner with the CDP team around him. There's Giacomo Strata. And Philippe Baron.
Second round of season 2013.
Philip Barron, of course, will be a double trophy recipient up there, taking the P2 trophy and the Coppa Giovanni trophy. So the podium about to get underway. So there's Giacomo Strata then, who sprints up towards the podium. Here comes Philippe Barron then. P2.
From Italy, Dario Caso.
Less sprint, more poise from Dario Caso.
Fantastic. National anthem.
National anthem time.
For this podium, on the podium, Walter Gaccioli from CDP team. CDP, Walter Gaccioli. And
the CDP team representative then up there on track. So trophy presentations then underway. Ivana Ulmanova then, the Chief Executive Officer of the Autodrome here at Brno, doing the trophy presentation.
And for young cap, Philip Barron.
Young chap. Philip Barron taking the Coppa Giovanni trophy as well.
And Theo Meyer, Pirelli competition. Pirelli competition, the trophy to Dario Caso, the winner.
And the Pirelli trophy goes to Dario Caso. And all the guys get together there for the photographs.
The second round of this fantastic challenge, Caso, Barron and Jack Strata on the podium. Photos, videos for this season. And we are ready for
There's going to be Barron once again with the champers. For sure, Barron's going to be quickest. Told you. There he goes. Dario gets it big time. There is Dario. Delight in success. Brilliant. Drove a great race, did Dario. Collects the spoils of his victories. Might need a hand there. Great camaraderie in the team, and great to see. Well, race steward is going to be busy, I think. But good to see the podium. Just standing by now, we're hoping that Alberto Borghini, our multilingual interviewer, will manage to get hold of the three podium place drivers and get a few words with them. Do hope that is the case. He'll do so in both Italian and English for the benefit of everyone. So that comes up in just a moment or two. We can see the drivers heading towards his interview position just down past the podium. We can see that through the window of our comms booth here at the Brno circuit in the Czech Republic. So Alberto Borghini then, as I say, will do it in both Italian language and English language for us, offering translation where it is necessary with our 1, 2, 3. Alberto.
Eccoci pronti, interviste podio, here we are ready, podium interviews, siamo con il vincitore, we are with the winner. We go ahead in Italian first of all, andiamo in italiano, anzi andiamo solo in italiano perché poi avremo una versione inglese del vincitore. Intanto sentiamo Dario che ha la grande proprio con questa gara 2.
Bellissima, mi sono divertito tanto. Stavolta invece di combattere mi sono data la fuga però mi sono divertito lo stesso.
E ci hai fatto divertire comunque perché si vedeva il tuo solito stile un po' rally?
Sì, era per tenere lontano Baron e avevo bisogno di stare così perché è molto pericoloso dietro e allora ho dovuto guidare in quella maniera. Mi sono divertito tantissimo, ringrazio tutti e spero di ripetermi la prossima volta.
Allora, grazie a Dario e intanto chiamiamo qui Angelo De Poi, il team manager, anche se forse pure riduttivo per CDP, and we go ahead with Angelo De Poi, the team owner, about this victory of Dario Caso. How about?
Very good race. I would like to thank to all the team, Walter, Gaggioli and all the team that is fantastic. Great race even Daniele Diamato that come back from the low part of the grid, and I would like to dedicate this victory to new nephew in Famiglia De Poi, Francesco Maria.
Però allora abbiamo evitato l'inglese a Dario, però approfittiamo di Angelo anche per l'italiano, proprio perché c'è una dedica speciale, quindi il messaggio anche in italiano per gli amici di Sky.
Sì, un grosso complimenti a tutto il team, Walter Gaggioli, a tutti quanti, grande gara di Dario e di Daniele, però ecco oggi veramente una grossa dedica al nuovo nato in Famiglia De Poi, che è Francesco Maria, il figlio di Filippo ed Elena. Grazie.
Grazie, complimenti ancora al team CDP e a Angelo De Poi e al vincitore Dario Caso naturalmente. E now the second, adesso il secondo, anche qui possiamo usare lingua italiana per partire con un mitico Philippe Baron, gran gara.
Sì, un po' un successo per la squadra 126 Octane. Siamo contenti, certo avrei piaciuto di vincere, però Dario è stato un po' troppo veloce. La nostra macchina con la gomma non stava tanto bene alla fine, quindi ho deciso di mollare e al prossimo giro speriamo di vincere la prima vittoria per la nostra squadra nuova.
A new team, a strong team with a strong driver.
Sì, siamo yeah. We are a completely new team since it's our second race in this championship. It's our second podium since yesterday, so we are second today. We have appreciated to win this race, but Dario was a bit too slow for us. We were struggling with the tires in the last few laps, and we hope to win the next round and Le Mans, and we'll give everything for this.
Grazie, danke Philippe Baron, e adesso torniamo ancora una volta alla lingua italiana innanzitutto con sfumatura torinese per Giacomo Stratta qui sul podio.
Assolutamente, una vittoria per me, seconda tappa del Pirelli, e quindi esordio del Pirelli, sono su un podio e quindi sono felicissimo, una cosa pazzesca. Ho imparato questa pista venerdì, per cui essere sul podio è qualcosa un po' che non so tanto spiegarmi.
Beh, meno male che l'abbiamo evitato. Thank you. Bella sorpresa t'han fatto.
Esatto, no? Devo dire che neanche loro si aspettavano evidentemente un risultato così, quindi adesso mi aspetta una bella festa ai box.
So also in English now, a party already began.
Okay, probably I will have a very big party on my box now in the paddock. Very hard to fight because we had 2 starts, and I knew this track only on Friday morning. So to be here in the podium, it's something very special for me.
And now looking forward to the next event, a special one, Le Mans.
Yeah, the big event. So very long track, probably the fastest. With a lot of people, and I will be there very, I don't know, with a lot to enjoy probably.
Grazie Giacomo Stratta, è tutto da Brno, that's it, but only concerning Brno. See you in Le Mans, ci vediamo a Le Mans, bye bye, arrivederci.
Alberto Borghini, thank you so very much, as always, bringing us the after podium interviews, and Giacomo Stratta getting a soaking for good measure as well. So there we have it, the Le Mans series, Le Mans round rather of the Ferrari Challenge series is up next on the 22nd to the 23rd of June. Looking forward to that support to the Le Mans 24-hour race. We will be there with the Ferrari Challenge and expecting a lot of cars and a lot of exciting racing there at Le Mans. And congratulations to everyone that was racing in the European Le Mans series in Ferraris over the weekend as well. Some great results for Ferrari there. So Monza, Brno, Le Mans is next then. Portimao, Hockenheim, Imola, World Final at Mugello, all to come in this season of Ferrari Challenge 2013. And There, the race classification: Carso, Baron, Strata, Chukhanov, D'Amato, Giannoni, Mancinelli, Marti, Vezzoni, and Tamrazov. So once again, just checking out some of the highlights from the race here today. Next event, Le Mans in France then. CourseClienti.ferrari.com is the place for you to check out all the information about the Ferrari Challenge. And that's it from the Brno circuit in the Czech Republic in the sunshine, where we've had 4 great races across Copa Shell and Trofeo Pirelli. Bye-bye for now, until Le Mans.